Let's go in. Oh, I can see a few people come on. Good evening. Any of you that are coming on? Not sure who that is, but evening to you. If your name doesn't show up on there, you can just quickly come out, click on the link on the post, and then it'll register your name so I can see who I'm speaking to. Hope you can hear me all good. Evening, James. How's it going? Like James there, look, you can see his profile there with Crumpy. Beautiful. That looks like a cheeky picture he got at Cardiff by the looks of it. Got a few of those, buddy. Hope you're good. Just been trying to give Steffi some banter offline, off of here. She claims not to know anything about the Euro Women's Football Final. Obviously, her being German, that's me being English. She claims not to know anything about it, so I'll have to take her word that she doesn't know anything about the football, but I'm not sure about that. Yo, hello. Not sure who that is, but hello. I was just saying to a few of the guys, if you register your name on here, look, then I can see your profile, see who I can speak to. You can just literally just come out of here, click the link in the post, and it just basically gives your social media permission to use your profile so I can see who I'm speaking to. So hopefully you guys can get that on there. So it was obviously got Steffi on live tonight. The man Mike Brown on tomorrow night as well, 7 p.m. UK time. Obviously with the exciting vets meeting up at Fox Hill Motocross track this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My hometown, so awesome. So we're all looking forward to that. So it'd be good to hear what Mike says about that leading up to it tomorrow night. I'm obviously going to have to ask Steffi about Fox Hill as well. I'm not sure if she's been there. Good evening, Mr. Richmond. How are you? Hope you're good. How's James? Definitely, mate. I had to chase after him. An enjoyable weekend meeting the legends. Yes, mate. I got really lucky. I just randomly bumped into Greg, and then I thought, is he going to remember our interview? And I see Greg, and then he went, "What's up, Lee?" And I was like, "Yes, he knows." But I was literally waiting for my buddy outside. He was going to the toilet, and we found him. So I'm not sure who that is, but I have spoken to Bomber. I need to sort a date out with Bomber. Definitely need to sort a date out with Bomber. Now it's quieting down after that, the British Championship wildcard, etc. Get to speak to him. It was cool to see him do a Legends lap at Cardiff as well before the meeting started. That'd be cool. There'd be some Legends laps going on at Fox Hill this weekend as well. I think Rob Herring's doing the Legends lap as well, so that'd be cool to see. And hello, good evening. How are you? Hope you're good. Yo, Wayne, how's it going? What is the time? Do I need to send Steffi the link? Yes, I do. Right, I'm going to send Steffi the link. She said my English is not fantastic, and I told her, don't worry, my English is not great either. Hopefully we'll have some fun. Got lots of questions down here ready to give to her. Glad you had a good one, mate. Yes, definitely. I've done a one with Bomber before on Skype, like a one-on-one before these live ones, but definitely be cool. Anyone that I did, well, I did loads of Skypes, obviously interviews before, but anyone that I did Skype, I'm trying to redo on a live so that fans can speak to them, etc. is always cool. Plus, you can put pictures up on the screen and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely going to get Chris Harris on a live, and same with Scott Nichols as well, because I had a few drinks with him on the Saturday night after Cardiff, and that was cool to meet him personally after our couple of we had a couple of cheeky Skype ones. Come on wearing a Flowery shirt, and then he had to go back and rechange. But I'd like to get him on a live as well, but the fans would be good. I bet, mate. It's not here. Right, let me send this to Steffi. Right, sent the email off so she can get the link, and then hopefully we'll get her in soon. Get the intro video going, and then we can have a chat with Steffi. Hope some of you guys got some questions for her as well. I got plenty of questions in front of me. 4 times world champion. She won in America as well. European champion. She's won enduro world championships, European championships. So she's done it all. I've got to ask her as well. I'm pretty sure she's rode in Africa as well. So that's an interesting one to talk about. Going to ask her about, I think she mixed it up. I can't remember what championship that was, but I know I've got it in my questions somewhere. I know she mixed up with the men as well. Beat all them as well. Belgium Nationals, that's it, MX2. So hopefully we'll... I can see you. Okay, right, let's get this video going then. Steph is in. Gotta love a cheeky little intro. Right, let's bring her in. Hopefully she can hear me all good. Steffi!
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. All good, thank you. Thank you very much for coming on.
Perfect.
Hope you're good. You're all good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm going to have to take your word for it that you know nothing about the football.
No, sorry, I don't know nothing about football, so you can ask me what you want. I cannot answer you.
I even said before you came on, I said I tried to do a private joke with Steffi about England beating Germany in the final of the women's Euro final. I said, but she claims to know nothing about it.
No, but like I said, the best always deserves to win. Doesn't matter what country it is.
Oh, we'll take that. We'll take that. We don't normally beat Germany much, so we'll take that, Steffi.
Then congrats.
Thank you. So, what have you been up to lately then, Steffi? What's been going on lately with you?
Yeah, since Corona, not so much. Like with everybody, I think. I since 2020, middle of 2020, I need to go to work like a regular person, but I'm still riding motocross. Since 21, I'm riding enduro as well. Last year I did the German Championship enduro. I did win that the first year, surprisingly. This year I do it again, and besides I do the IMBA European Championship, and there I'm as well place one. So there are still 2 races to go, France and Germany. And the enduro starts again end of September, and there are still 4 to go. So maybe I can go home this year with the 2 championship win. Would be nice.
Looks like winning's in the veins for you. It comes quite naturally to be winning quite a lot. We'll discuss plenty of that as we go along anyway. So we'll take it right back. How did you get into motocross? How young were you? What was your first bike that you ever got to have and your first memory?
Yeah, memory I have not so much anymore, but my parents they don't let me forget it how it all did start.
Yep.
For sure, it came through my dad. My dad was an amateur racer. I obviously went always to the races with him. He was not that good that I was or I am, but good enough to ride, I think, in front in the national championships. Yeah, they took me with in the, how you say that, in the baby wagon when I was 1, 2, 3 years old, and I didn't see actually anything else. And when I was 3 years old, I was starting to go my dad on the nerves. I also want one. So to my fourth birthday, yeah, I was 4 years old. I got a Yamaha 50cc.
Yep.
And yeah, then it slowly started. But that time there were no girls actually 100% allowed, and with 4 you could not ride a championship because you was too young for that. With us, you could only race when you had the age of 5. So I went for practice for 1 year, and yeah, the begin was was very bad. I think I did crash about 100 times in a lap. My dad was constantly running behind me.
Yeah.
And actually, my parents said, yeah, it would take 2 years, 3 years, then it's over. So we do it, no problem. But yeah, they were wrong, and yeah, I did do pretty well, and yeah, I won several championships, and yeah, the virus came to my dad, and it never end, and I think it will never end.
No, definitely not. It's all in the veins. So obviously, when you were racing, when you were young, did you obviously when you raced with all the boys, did you get any issues with all the boys doing that? They've got to beat you and all that sort of stuff going on.
Yeah, of course. When I was young, it was not normal that the girl did ride, so I was actually the only girl, or yeah, I think the only girl. I think two or more girls did ride, but I was the only girl that was that fast who could beat with the guys. So I was riding already with a 50cc. I was riding the German championship, the highest championship you could ride in Germany. I was finishing top 3. The first one was the Italian, the second one was the French one, and I was the third one. And yeah, I was a girl, so yeah, they put a lot of stones in my way. Like a 50cc, you cannot make up pretty much. You cannot work so much on the engine that you could say, "Oh my God, that bike flies." No, you cannot do so. But they just tried it. They said, "Yeah, my 50cc was done," and they let it do open. Then they saw that there was actually nothing, but the disqualification did still go on. So they always did do that kind of stuff. Or I was one time riding another championship, they canceled it. I was on time riding home, and then we went to another championship where I was also standing in front, but they just blocked me. They said, "Yeah, you were not here in time," but I was here in time. So that game was normal when I was young. Or another guy, he just went straight in the first corner, and I had the whole shot. He just went straight full gas into my side, and I broke my thumb because of him. Wow. Or I was lying on the ground, and they just rode over me. Then I broke my thumb again. So yeah, that was not that nice. Now they have a little bit more respect, but actually, I think it was always coming from the dads. The dads could not have that their little son was beaten by a girl.
So they were actively like taking you out then.
Yeah, a lot of times it was tough, but it made me the rider what I'm today.
Yeah, it made you tough early doors. Yeah. So what sort of age did you think to yourself that I could go and do really well and almost make a career of this? What sort of age were you when you thought
that? Actually, never. Even 2005 when they came with the first women's World Cup in Sweden, I was like, yeah, I did win that, but actually the funniest thing, I did win that, and I did not think anything. So I was 2005, I became World Cup winner, and I was like, yeah, okay, I did win the race, and what now? So I did stand there on the podium. I still have the picture. I had a red blade in my hand, and I was like, what the fuck do I need to do with a red blade? So I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, it was pretty funny. And 2006, yeah, it stay continue, but I did actually not think about it to make a career out of it. The first time I did think about it was about 2009 when I joined the Red Bull factory KTM racing team. Then I had a pretty good salary. Yeah, I could live with it. I had a mechanic, I had a trainer, I had everything. So I don't need to think about anything, just ride and do good. And then I start to think, yeah, I can actually live with that.
Nice. That must have been a big thing for you.
Yeah, that was a big thing. It was also a pretty nice time. So I was the first girl, and I think will be the only one girl who did ever come in the KTM factory team. And yeah, so nice people. Was very nice to work with them, and yeah, I enjoyed the time. And yeah, for sure, it's different when you're in a factory team. Everybody looks up to you, and everything is perfect. Bike is perfect, and yeah, I cannot say more thanks enough for the time, and I enjoyed it pretty much.
I was looking through your pictures of obviously that time that you're talking about on the KTM factory KTM. Did you get to work with Harry Everts and a few of those guys as well?
Yeah, Harry Everts was my personal trainer. He went always with me to practice, and I worked with him already before I joined the factory team. I think I started to work with Harry about, I think around 2006-07. And we continued till 2011, and yeah, actually all the time. I think KTM said he should look after me, then it will do good. And yeah, it was good. And Harry is a good guy, he's a tough trainer, and yeah, he knows what to do.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. I did do an interview with him. Well, the whole family. I've done Stefan and Liam, so that was cool as well. So yeah, got to meet him at the British GP. Harry's very nice.
Yeah, and they know how to be successful, obviously.
Yeah, exactly that. So, what riders did you look up to and idolise when you were young, then, Steffi? And did you ever get to race any of your idols or anything like that, or meet them?
Actually, when I was pretty young, I did always watch the Terrafima Fox videos, and all the guys were in there, like Jeremy McGrath and Ricky Carmichael and Ezra Lusk. Yeah, they were always pretty amazing. So actually, when I was young, I didn't watch so much that time the MX1, MX2, or MX3 like it was that time. I actually only knew Pit Byra from that time, and it was pretty amazing how did they do. But I was always looking to the riders in America, and it was just fascinating as a kid what they could do. And yeah, idols. I don't know if I call it idols, but you can always see how they do it, what technique they have, and yeah, you try a little bit to copy that. Yeah, but it never did work out, I guess. But yeah, it was always nice to see that. And did I meet one of my idols? Yeah, beside the guys here in Europe from America, I cannot remember that meet one guy from the American guys. Not yet. Yeah, when I was riding in America, like Grant Langston and that guys. But McGrath, I think I did never see real.
Yes. I've done a lot of the American guys on here as well, but definitely McGrath would definitely be a very cool one to try and get that I'm trying to work on. So we'll see. So yeah, basically, who are your closest rivals over your career? You know, like in Europe and in America, was there certain riders that you really enjoyed a rivalry with the most?
During my career, let's begin with America. My closest rivals in America were always Jessica Patterson, Sarah Whitmore, and I barely can remember. Yeah, those two I can remember. They were always pretty close. And when I won the championship 2003 in America, it was Sarah Whitmore or that I won the championship. So I won. And here in Europe, it was for the begin Livia Lancelot, then Catherine Prom in the begin, then later Fontanesi, Larissa Pappenmeyer, and that's a tough question.
Quite a lot of
but most of the time when I was on the top of my career, it was Livia and me. Actually, you can say that.
Yeah. Steffi, quite a few of the people have just commented to me saying that it's echoing and it's crackling a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'll take you out of the screen. If you click on the link again, and we'll see if it improves.
All right.
All right, no worries. We'll just do that a second.
Yeah.
All right, we're just going to do that a second. Hopefully that'll... yeah, I can hear a little bit my end. I can hear sounds coming from Steffi's, like just doing a bit of a crackling, but I can hear her okay. But hopefully if she comes back on, maybe it'll sort itself out. Fingers crossed. Let's try it again. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, it's all good. Don't think it's echoing now either. That's good.
Sorry, folks.
That's all right. It's all right. Hopefully it'll be all right. Hopefully it'll be all right. They do, you know, it's like the technology now and then.
Yeah.
Right. So I was going to ask you, what has been your favourite race bike during your career to date?
Yeah, that's a pretty easy question. I did try Kawasaki, I did try Suzuki, and I always come back to KTM, so it will be KTM 250 SXF.
Yeah. Obviously, you've had a lot of success on that as well, but Was there any other bikes you didn't really get on with at all?
For me, it's maybe unreal to say that, but with the Kawasaki, I did not come right so good because I think, yeah, some people cannot understand that. They always say that Japanese bikes are riding easier, but for me, the Japanese bikes are actually a little bit more difficult to ride. I cannot explain it why, but it was like that. I felt never 100% comfortable. So I went back to the KTM, and yeah, I did actually grew up with KTM. I think I'm sitting now, let's say 15, 16, 17 years on a KTM bike, and I think it will never change again. I just feel, say it like that, home on a KTM bike.
Yeah, so it's comfortable on the old KTM. What was it? Did you have any favorite race numbers, Steffi? I see you've got a couple of numbers that I've seen you have, and even on your social media. But was there any specific reason that you liked certain race numbers or anything?
No, normally my number is 110. It started with, yeah, again in America. First, when I went there, they gave me the number 111. But we found out, or KTM found out, that it was a number that time of Grand Langston. So they didn't want to have that, that I would have the same number than Grand Langston, because then it was 111 and 111 on the same tent. So they gave me just 110. And it started around the year 2000, and I just kept it because I won in America. I made history there. I was successful in America, so I just kept it, and it was always a good number, and people know me with the 110, so it's my number. And because I have other numbers, it's just because I need to. Like in the enduro, I have meanwhile 911, because the women's run 900 till 930, I guess. In the IMBA European Championship is about the countries. They need to have the numbers about the countries, from 10, from 0, from 1 to 10, from 11 to 20, and so on. So you cannot actually choose it. And yeah, but when I have the possibility, and I can do it, and I always run my number 110. That's my number, Steffi's number.
Very nice, very nice. I was going to ask you about this. I've got this written down as well. I was going to ask you. I saw these sort of emblems with the logos and stickers. How did the Skippy part, how did that come about? The nickname for that then?
Yeah, that actually comes from a friend.
Okay.
She was also a female racer. Unfortunately, she had a crash and is now in a wheelchair. Very sad.
Oh, yeah.
But she was with me in a race, and she always cheers for me. And there was one time a race through a lot of trees. So you always did see me, then you don't. Then you see me, then you don't. Then you just say, "Hey, you are actually like Skippy the bush kangaroo." So, and the name was created.
Oh, that's brilliant. I like that. So you've always used that since then.
It was pretty
I've got,
funny, so therefore I
yeah.
kept it. Why not, Skippy?
I like that as well because I've even got one of them with my mum. She does that. I call her Skippy because she's always tutting if I do something wrong. So we use Skippy for another one there. Right, so I'm just going to ask, looking at that. Is there any? Have you got any favourite tracks in Europe? What were your favourite tracks to race in Europe and in America as well?
That's difficult to say. Actually, I don't have any favorite tracks, but I for sure like hardpack and mid hardpack. I don't like so much the sand because always when I go to the sand, I actually need to practice again. I need to learn it again from the beginning. I'm not a pretty good sand rider. When I practice a little bit, I can well ride good in the sand, but I have some time. I have some time necessary to practice it. So most of the time when I have the possibility, I go to France because there they have more jumps and naturally hard packs. So I like that kind of tracks. And in America, I was riding in Glen Helen and that kind of stuff. I like uphills and downhills, so Glen Helen, of course, I like. And there are still some other tracks in California. Yeah, there you go. And I just like uphills and downhills and that kind of ground like Glen Helen, not completely hard packed, but a little bit loose. But when it's like concrete, it's also no problem. It's just like I said, sand I rather avoid, and but I cannot stick out one track what I really like. It's just when I like it, I like it. When I don't, I don't. Sometimes I also see a track on YouTube and say, wow, that's a cool track. Then I am there and I said, oh no, I don't like. But most of the time when it's hardback, some jumps, uphill, downhill, then I'm cool.
I like that. How did it come about to get to race in America then? Because obviously that was a big thing to go out there as well, and obviously it's a big thing out there.
Yeah, wait, I need to think about it. That was around 99. Yeah, 99. I was invited from a KTM team to ride Supercross in Germany, to ride a German Supercross championship as only girl in the MX2 class. That team called that time KTM Millennium Team doesn't exist anymore. Long time not anymore. And I had the pleasure to meet Steffi Laier there. She was riding, or they wanted to ride her in the MX1 class. So we had a chat. That time, I need to say, I was 15 years old. So I couldn't speak English, and our chat was pretty short. And she just said, you need to come to America, you ride good, you have amazing skills on the bike. So my dad couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak English. How we did manage that, I have no idea. I only know from my KTM dealer in Germany that he did arrange it with KTM Motocross, and they did arrange it with KTM North America that I got a bike there. So I went to America, but I had no bike, I had no clue where to stay, I didn't know anything, I had no clue from nothing. So we just went there. Me, 15 or 16 years old, and didn't speak damn word English. So we just went there. Then Tammy from, wow, I don't know that anymore. International Rider, whatever, I don't know anymore. She helped me out. She did organize also a lot besides Steffi. And then there came a connection between Stel from KTM North America, and they gave me a 125 KTM. So I went to Glen Helen with the bike I did never ride, did not adjust, just did sit on a bike. So I rode the practice, and it already started good because the rear brake did fall out, and everybody who knows Glen Helen knows when it's steep down, steep up without a rear brake, it's pretty funny.
Yes.
So I rode the practice without a rear brake, and I came out and I had still the fastest time. Then I went to the time practice, second lap, bike engine broke. So bike was damaged. All was damaged, so what now? And I had still the fastest time with 1 lap to go, with 1 lap riding. And then they organized me with a miracle, a new engine. There was out of nothing a new engine. My dad had carried a new engine in his hands and built it in within 1 hour. So bike was again ready to go. Then we went to the race, and I did beat them all like they never saw. I even did lap the second place, and I rode a lap more than everybody else. And they were all like, wow, that's not normal. And from that time, everything went like, I just needed to blink with the eye and I had it. And that's actually it started. But without the help of Steffi and all the informations, it was not possible. I don't know it anymore 100% how it was going, but Steffi and Tammy were a big help. So thanks again for bringing me to America. And sorry that I did beat you all.
Yeah, we have to thank Steffi Laier as well. She was my first lady rider that I interviewed as well, and she obviously hooked me up with a few of you guys. So thanks to her as well for getting us in touch as well.
Yeah.
So who would you say has been the biggest influence in your career, and why so far, Steffi?
First of all, my mom and dad. My dad for sure, because he did always went with me to the practice. He taught me everything he knew. And then later, Harry, because he did teach me a lot of things. Then the KTM team, of course, because I did learn a lot of things from them. And yeah, I can actually count it on one hand. As my dad, my mom, Harry, what I did own a lot, and the KTM team that they gave me the opportunity and the chance to do what I love.
What about, have you had any favourite racing gear over the years that you've used? I've seen you've had a lot of good setups and a lot of cool gear that you've worn. Was there any certain gear that you loved wearing, some of the makes?
Yeah, I rode about 15 years I rode with UFO gear. I liked them pretty much. And yeah, it was all also again coming through America. In America, I got so many sponsors, so what I could take with home. Now at the moment, I ride shot racing gear from France, and they fit pretty well. And I love to ride them because you actually, without winning it wrong, you don't feel that you wear anything. So nice. It's really light. It's reliable. It's a good gear. Yeah, a little bit advertisement, I know, but it's a really good gear. And I like to wear them.
I was going to ask you, I don't know if you've got like a light that you can switch on because we can't really see you too
Yeah,
well.
I was just thinking about.
Yeah.
Because it's getting dark here.
Yeah, that's cool. Right, let's just take that out. She'll click back on it. I can see it's like slightly echoing a little bit again, but it must be like the internet from Stefan's end. But I can see she's on her phone, so sometimes the phones are a little bit finicky on there, but we'll get she'll click back on it. And right, let's go back on. Beautiful, we can see you. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right. So, Steffi, do you have any? Have you got any weird superstitions or any certain things that you have to do on race days or anything? Any weird and wonderful ones you got?
Yeah, when I put my braces on, I always put the left side first on.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's first
Yeah.
I put that long underwear with protection I put on, then I put my left sock, then my right sock, then I put my left brace, then I put my right brace. Always like that. I never put my right brace first. Why? I don't know.
It's just like subconsciously you just do that every time.
Yeah, every time. Left brace first.
Strange, isn't it? Strange how that little things you do. But you've not got any weird ones, so it's all right. Some people have got some crazy ones.
No, not really.
Yeah. What track or event that you've been at was the best atmosphere that you've ever raced at, and why? The best atmosphere of fans and stuff like that. Where was the best one for you?
Put beside the World Championship races, they're always pretty fantastic because there were just so many people. Put that on the side because that I don't count. But I like to be in Switzerland or Austria because the crowd there is unbelievable, and they are so into motocross. I don't know why they are like that, but beginning of this year I had also the IMBA European Championship race there. They didn't know me, but they were so into and so cheering on. That's unbelievable. They are just different than everywhere else. I don't know why they are like that, but also after the race they came to me. They didn't know me. They said, great race, can I have a picture, can I have your autograph? And this long time ago that I felt that, but it was really nice this year. And I love to ride in Austria or in Switzerland. Of course I love to ride everywhere, but when the crowd is that amazing, it gives you a boost during riding.
Yeah. And what's the best atmosphere that you've ever been to watch as well? Has there been somewhere that you've been to watch and that was really cool as well?
Yeah, I need to say it's really France, like Ernée or Sergio Rangeli. The crowd there is
Crazy, isn't
unreal. They're really crazy.
So, where did you race as a youth rider? And then obviously, did you travel much when you were young, or did you not do that until your later years? How did that work when you were youth riding?
My dad actually put me pretty early to a lot of training camps with that time famous or good German international riders.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time went to the training camps inside Germany, but we also went during the winter to the north of Spain, actually every winter, and made there a training camp, or in France. But when I was young, well, yeah, it depends what you say. It's far traveling. For some people, Spain is far. For some people, Australia is far. I don't know. But we went actually always to Spain during the winter, and then a little bit later we went to the south of France. That was actually my training routine when I was young.
Yeah. So that must have been because you obviously left your own country very, very young as well to go. Was that like a big, massive experiences for you, life experiences as well?
Yeah, of course. But when I was young, I didn't realize that so much. It was my only goal or my only happiness when I was young was, yeah, I can sit on the bike, I can ride my bike. But to see something from the country, it was like, I don't care when I was young. Now I see the little bit different. When I go now abroad or to different countries, I try to make 1 or 2 days a little bit space to see a little bit of the country. But when I was young, I cannot remember anything anymore when I was young besides motocross in Spain. So my dad said, that's nice, that's a nice castle, that's a nice sea or whatever. I was like, who gives a shit? I want to ride.
I love that. All about the riding. I was going to ask you as well. A lot of riders obviously suffer a lot of injuries. It's all part and parcel of the sport, as we know. But did you have any certain ones, some bad ones that even stopped you even achieving more? You've like won so many titles, it's crazy. But was there even some that even stopped you winning more or achieving even more?
When I was about 12 years old, I broke my thumb on five places. But that was a big one. So it was high time that there was a surgery. Otherwise, I said when I would have waited a little bit longer, I could not use my thumb anymore because I went to 4 different doctors. The first 3 said you don't need a surgery. You just need 6 or 8 weeks. You need to hold it still. You cannot move it. And the 4th one, we had a recommendation from another rider. He said, go to that and that doctor. He will tell you the truth. So it was good that we went to the doctor because he said, tomorrow we need to come back. We need to do urgent surgery because the bones are already starting to grow together. So when I wouldn't have done that, I could not use my thumb anymore from the age of 12. So I could not ride anymore. I could not ride a bike. I could not ride a ladder. I could not drive with the car. I just couldn't use anymore my thumb. And that, I didn't think about that. But when I think now back, it was like, holy shit, good that we made that surgery. Yeah, and then 2012, I broke my femur, but everything went well, so I had no problems. It just it took a long time till it went okay. I think I suffered 1.5 years till it healed. And 2016, I broke my upper arm, my humerus, and I still have problems with it. But obviously, people have it's not a good thing to break, and it could have felt better, but there is no chance to do anything to make it better. So I actually ride always with a little bit of pain. That's not nice, but I'm already used to it. But that could be a reason that I say, yeah, I stopped with motocross. But I love that sport so much that I just can't stop. And I hope I do still things to let it that it gets better. But I need to lay down and accept that it will not get better. But people don't know that actually, that I still have pain in my upper arm. But shit happens, say it like that.
Yeah. Just says it all about motocross riders. They're always getting on with it. Top proper gladiators, all of you, for sure.
Yeah.
What other sports do you like watching or even doing, Steffi? Is there any other sports you like watching or even doing yourself?
Actually, I do not much else than motocross. The only thing what I do, I cycle a lot on the street or with the mountain bike. But seriously, other sport I don't do because my time doesn't allow to do something else. Because when I tell you how my schedule is in the week, you realize yourself that there is actually no time. So like I said, meanwhile, I need to go working. Saturday, Sunday, I most of the time go racing. Monday, Tuesday, I gonna clean. Wednesday, I try to practice. Thursday, again, clean. Friday, I need to leave. So there is not much time to do something else. And when I have time to do something else, that I need to search something what is quiet, what gives me peace.
Yeah.
I had, for example, I had a street bike. I had a Harley. I had a KTM 690. So I sold them both because, I don't trust myself. And meanwhile, the traffic on the streets is also crazy. So I need to do something what gives me peace and not, what gives me too much adrenaline.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, on the road, it's not what you do; it's what other people do as well, isn't it? That's the trouble. What does Steffi do to relax then? What do you do to relax personally?
Yeah, most of the time, like I said, I go with a bike for 2-3 hours, try to empty my head, or I go running, or I like to go to the cinema, or to a good restaurant. Not too much, but sometimes I do that, or just hanging out with friends and try to think on something else, or how do I say it? Just to talk bullshit, to make fun.
Have a laugh. Like that. Do you like the Supercross side of stuff, or do you? I know there's a lot of jumps now in general in the Motocross, but did you like the Supercross stuff? Did you always follow the American Supercross?
I try to follow it, yes. I don't like it to ride it myself because I practice it too less. I cannot do that pretty well. I did also never learn that good. I like to see it. I think it's pretty dangerous meanwhile. It gets like the MXGP. They make it all more spectacular, but on some reason, I think they don't need to do it more spectacular because they see it in the riders. More and more riders get hurt. So it's spectacular, of course, but that is always better for the riders. I don't know, because when you start, for example, with 40 riders and you end the season with 20, is that a better thing to do it more spectacular or do it less spectacular and start with 40 and finish with 40?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of injuries kicking around in general, isn't there, in the Supercross series, for sure.
Yeah.
What would you say has been your most memorable race in your career? I know it's hard to say that, but is there any that still stick in your mind still today quite vividly?
For sure, when I became world champion, but especially 2010, because all the team did stand in the end of the jump and did welcome me and were so excited and did congratulate me. But also because on that race, I had a practice crash with another rider. She did jump or ride from the right side to the left side, and it was a 30-meter jump. So I was in the air, and I saw her riding from the right side to the left side when I was in the air. So I had nothing much to do in the air beside to hope. I will not die when I land. So I did hit her with my handlebar on her rear fender. So actually a big luck for her that I didn't hit her with my handlebar on her head. Otherwise there would be something else with her. So she just rode, she continued riding, and I was lying 50 meters further. I don't know what happened. It was actually pretty funny because the marshals there from the FIM said they said that I was knocked out, and it was the rule, or it is still the rule, I don't know. When you are knocked out, you are not allowed to ride a race the same day. And I did speak. I can remember, so I said I was not knocked out. So they let me ride, but I needed to make a deal. They said you ride the first race when you become world champion. You don't ride the second race the next day. So okay, that's a deal. So it was a pretty exciting race, and I became world champion the first race, and everyone was happy. But that is for me a race what I will always remember, because it was that close that I was not allowed to ride.
Oh, wow.
That would be a big disaster.
Yeah, that was a bit close for comfort, eh? Who were your closest friends in and around the paddock over the years? Did you have any? Who were the ones that you were guys? Were there any guys that you hang around with, that are friends with, the riders, or?
In the World Championship, not really. I'm pretty on my own because I think it's difficult to make friends when you are competitors. But in the national championships, I have some friends, and I can also rely on them. We went also together on holiday, and yeah, in the national championships, it's not that much competition that you cannot talk with each other. Yeah, I would wish I could talk normal with some other girls in the world championship, but they were also focused and concentrated. That yeah, it's difficult to explain that, but you know, horse who has kind of, I don't know the word in English, like that. We were all walking around like that, not watching right, but
Blinkers,
watching left.
blinkers on. Yeah, blinkers
Yeah.
on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying. You're all concentrating. It was obviously serious around those times. Um, do you have any regrets at all from your career? Any decisions of joining any certain teams or riding any certain bikes? Was there anything you regret at all in your career that you wish you could have changed in hindsight now?
Yeah, I regret that I did left KTM 2012
Yep.
because of bad managing and false managing. That he wrote mails from KTM that they were not true, because I found out afterwards. So it took me 3 years that I find the courage to ride KTM again. I explained everything. They said, no, 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 there were never a problem. We don't wanted you out. You just left. But yeah, when you have a manager who tells you things that are a lie, that's not okay. So a manager should be for something else, and not telling you lie or managing bad things. And that's actually the thing I pretty regret. But then on the other side, I'm proud of myself that I found the courage to ride KTM, ask again that I could ride for them again, not in the factory team, but I have till now a good band with KTM again, and a good support, and I'm thankful of that. So I would like to delete the time that I made that decision, that I did listen too much to my manager. But yeah, like I said, normally you need to trust your manager. And I'm proud of myself that I could close or keep up that good band again later.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. At least you come back together with that. Are you into like the technical side of the bikes? I'm pretty sure I spoke to you about this before, and I know you do your bikes. How much do you do your bikes yourself, and in general?
As I have no mechanic, I do my bike myself. I can also do actually everything. I can even change a tire with a moose. I can also do that. I can change my air filter. I can give fuel in. I can change a clutch. I can change actually everything. Only the engine that I cannot do. I cannot change a piston, but I can build out the engine, and the rest I can also do. So I can do 80% on my bike myself, and I also do that myself.
Right, so obviously it's a lot of hard work to do it all as well, and racing as well. So it's obviously a lot of work as well.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little bit too much. Like 2019, we did do the FIM European Championship. Just me and a friend. We did do it completely alone. She tried to help me on the bike as much she can, but I did do the main work. So I went into the practice, then into the time practice. Then we had a qualification race. So I need to clean, I need to make it ready, then I need to make myself ready, I need to relax, I need to come down, and then I need to go again. So, and that was one race in France. It was pretty heavy because it was near 0 degrees. It was freezing, it was raining, and yeah, the bike were muddy. You cannot even recognize anymore that it was a bike. So we needed to clean. The cleaning station was blocked because of all the mud. And it was the first time in my life I went to the FIM, because everybody said we don't want to ride anymore. It's not possible. And it also made no sense because we had a time practice, and then we needed to go to the qualification race, 0 degrees, ice rain, and nobody was ready. So I went the first time in my life in the name of other girls to the FIM and said, is that really necessary? I cannot anymore. And the other ones can also not anymore. My fingers are freezing and the track looks like shit. You cannot ride anymore. So they did listen to me and they did cancel that race. So everybody was happy. But to manage that all myself, do the bike, ride properly, yeah, that's not easy. And that day was short in my lifetime.
Yeah, I bet. So you said now that you're working a job now as well. What are you actually doing for the work as well? You're working now as well.
I'm a post officer.
Oh, so you do all that like early in the morning, and it obviously must give you that. Does that give you a bit more time in the afternoon? Is that how you?
Yeah, I start at 6 o'clock, and I most of the time finish at 12. So I have plenty of time in the afternoon to go still for practice or for a cycle ride, or yeah, to do my stuff. And that's yeah, I choose because to switch from a professional motocross rider to a normal life, that's not that easy, like everybody always thinks.
For sure. Sounds very super busy for you.
Yeah, it's okay. They are not that strict in that work, so we can actually do nearly what we want. We just need to do our work. So they're actually good for me. And when I ask for a free day, like I need to go to an event Friday or Monday, it's not that big problem. So I'm happy that I found that work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
a
good
work
for you.
like everything else, and it needs to happen. Otherwise, nobody has mail.
No, I like that. I like that you're doing all that as well. I understand as well that you train kids. Is that right? Do you train kids in Belgium? Is that right?
Yeah, Belgium and Germany.
So how did that all come about, and how long have you been doing that?
So when there was the Corona time, that was 2020. I decided to do the license for trainer. So I did do that in Belgium. I made a, yeah, I needed to learn that. I have officially a degree, a trainer degree, so I have a license to do that. So I'm officially trainer now. Then they came up with that idea. It called MX for Kids. That the parents needed to pay a little fee, like I don't know how much it costs, 55 or 65 euros. It's not that much. Everything included. You get a bike for riding, and you get all the gear, helmets, boots, chest protector, yeah, all that you get for free. That's all included. And then you have the trainer which made the license, or who have a license. Yeah, for showing you how it works. So they start then with the very beginning, like that's a bike, here's the gas, here's the foot pegs, that's the saddle, the wheels and whatever, from the very beginning. And they start with 50cc electric, and the first level is then, yeah, ride straight, hold your balance, make a corner, and so on and so on. And I got involved with that, and when I find the time, I try to do that, because it's nice to see how the kids, yeah, the most of the kids, they are so happy afterwards, and when they smile at you, you just melt, yeah. And then last year, Germany ADAC MX Academy asked me as well, because I saw that, and I had interested to do that, because they still searched for a trainer. And that started as well. It's actually the same concept. The 5, 6, 7 kids can come to try, yeah, to go for a ride with the 50cc electric, and then when they are big enough, they go to 65 cc's. And there they also get everything included from KTM. That's sponsored by KTM, so you get KTM helmet, KTM boots, KTM gear. So that's pretty amazing to see that.
Yeah,
And
very cool.
especially, yeah, the kids, when they look at you, they say, wow, that was amazing.
That's very
Just
nice.
great
You
feeling.
enjoy that then? You enjoy that, and are you intending to do that for a while as well?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, because I like to give further my knowledge, and how to say that, it's nice when you achieve something and they give you respect, because when I tell them who I am, what I did, they are first like, wow, then they have big eyes. And
Yeah,
I like to do that, because I like to share my knowledge, man. That's actually the main thing, that that I can give it back, what I did learn in the previous years. And yeah,
very cool. A lot of
that's just nice to
experience for
do.
sure. Very cool. So obviously, a massive thing. Winning like to win any world title was cool, but when you won 4, obviously at the FIM world titles, you must be pretty proud of that. Your parents must be very proud of your achievements as well.
Yeah, of course. I'm pretty proud of that, because Yeah, there are girls with more world titles, but yeah, it's not egoistic to say that or whatever, but when you count everything together, what I did win in Czech Republic, in Germany, in Belgium, in Holland, in America. I was riding in Namibia. I was riding. I could practice already in Australia. I did win the Enduro European Championship, the Enduro German Championship, the IMBA. Yeah, I did win a lot. I did ride the X Games. When you count it all together, I can really say maybe, or I think I am the most successful girl in the world, because
Cool.
nobody has the titles what I have.
Mm.
And my dad gave me last time a pretty nice compliment. I'm actually pretty proud of it, because my dad is not an easy guy with giving compliments.
Okay.
He said when Steffi could concentrate on training, when she wouldn't have to do anything, she wouldn't need to think about anything, she could still ride on the top in the world championship. I was like, wow. And that was on my 37th birthday last week. So
Wow.
that's a pretty nice compliment.
Say no more. Yeah, say no more. That must have been nice for you. Yeah. So obviously, I see that you've went over to the enduro stuff as well, and obviously you won German and European championships in your enduro and everything. What made you decide to go over to the enduro side of stuff?
In the early years, I went to enduro 2003, I guess, 3, 4, and 5. It was just because there was nothing else for the girls. There was no world championship. It was not planned. We had actually no future, and my thinking was, do I stay in the German championship, where I was actually too slow to reach something, because you can compare the German championship that time to the ADAC Masters now. Everybody knows the ADAC Masters in Germany. And that was just a level too high, like it is also now. I cannot compete in the ADAC Masters. I'm not fast enough as a girl. No girl is that to compete there. Just maybe to qualify, but that's all. And yeah, I did ask myself, what can I still ride? Is there any possibility? And then my team from Germany, my KTM team from Germany, asked me, why do you not ride European Enduro Championship? Because for the girls in motocross, there was nothing. No World Championship, no Enduro Championship. There was just nothing. And he said, you could compete there, and you would have a good chance to win that. So I went there, and the very first year I did do that, I did win already the European Championship and Enduro. And I won 2 times after each other the German Championship. And then 2005, there came the World Cup Motocross. And then 2006, they had 3 races, 2007 as well, and 2008 they changed it to World Championship. So I concentrated then on motocross again. And 2019, 2019 was my last year. I did compete in an FIM event, and I said I want to win the European Championship in the FIM motocross as well. And then I won everything what's possible to win, actually, for a girl. So I won that. Then Corona came. I did do nothing, or nobody did do anything. And 2021, I was talking with my team again, and yeah, it was again that time. What should we do? What can we do else? Yeah, come back to the German Championship Enduro. It's nice meanwhile. So I went back to the German Enduro Championship again with the same team what I did ride 15 years ago, and I won it again. Pretty funny. Still there? Lee? Oops.
Right, I think I'm back in. Hopefully I'm back in. The internet went down here. Try, I'm just saying to Steffi, because obviously she wondered what happened. Try to re-enter. Just lost that there. Sorry about that, guys. Can promise we did pay the internet bill. It's not completely done that for a long time. Hopefully she can come back on. I'll just message Steffi. Completely went, the whole lot. It's not done that for a hell of a long time. No idea why it did that. Hi, sorry, Steffi.
No problem.
Flipping internet. Shit. Anyway, it hasn't done that for a long time, so I don't know what happened there. We've just been running around everywhere in the house quickly trying to reset stuff. Right, so where were we? I asked you about the enduro stuff, didn't I? And then you were...
Yeah, how I went back to enduro. Did you hear
Yeah,
that?
yeah. We heard half of that.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember where we picked off. What was the last thing you said about... That's all right. Anyway, I'll ask you about this as well. Anyway, I did catch that. I've heard that you raced in Africa as well. That must have been some experience to race over there. That must have been something.
Yeah, that was in Namibia.
Yeah.
That was, when was that? 2007, I guess. Yeah, there was an African, a Namibian girl riding in the German motocross championship, and it was actually pretty funny. They said, she's fast, she's fast, she's fast. Then I was like, yeah, okay, let's find out. She rode then in Germany, and sorry, I'm not want to be rude, but she was one of the last. So I said, cannot be that she's fast. I think I lapped her twice or something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Then they were actually surprised or happy or I don't know what they were from me. Out of nothing, her dad said, you know, you don't want to come to ride in Namibia. I was like, Namibia? Where the fuck is that? Yeah, in Africa. So I went then.
That's mad.
Yeah, I went there and I got paid everything. So it was nice. I was there like the star of the motocross. That actually felt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice experience. But then I found out that the international race there is actually going on already for a long time. That there are more riders were already there, like. Yeah, doesn't matter when I say the names. Anyway, don't recognize them. Yeah, but more international riders were already there, and it was a big event actually. So I was riding there in the international class, and I did beat all the guys, and I went second and third, and then they were flat. It was the funniest and nicest trophy presentation I did ever do. I went to the podium. I did stand on the podium, and the guys did bow in front of me, in front of the podium. I was like, wow.
Wow.
They were so amazed for me, and yeah, it was a nice experience. So I did stay in Namibia for 3 months. I had the luck to travel around from Namibia to Cape Town and back with the car. That was pretty long. And yeah, I learned to know Namibia, and I could combine it with riding that international race, making some holiday, some relaxed time, and yeah, it was funny time, and it was all actually almost for free. That was the best.
Unbelievable. So it was a great experience in general.
Yeah, of course.
Very cool. I saw as well that you were, I think it was 210, was it, that you were awarded the FIM Motorsport Woman of the Year? That's pretty cool.
2 times I was no 2 times I had that they could choose, and 1 time I was awarded. But the second time there were not only motocross riders. There was in total there were trial, there was MotoGP, there was all together, and then yeah, I had actually no chance. But the first time I didn't know it at all that there was a voting, and I was sitting there in where was it? In Portugal at the ceremony, and I was now we are doing the FIM Motorsport Woman of the Year award. I was like, yeah, I can go to the bathroom. It's nothing for me. And so, and the award goes to Steffi Laier. I was like, hold on, I need to go to stage.
Jesus, I mean that was cool.
Yeah, and I was that nervous. I was that surprised. I was like, yeah, thank you.
Nothing prepared, like
No,
no
it
idea.
was completely unprofessional.
Doing that. Oh, who do I thank? Shit. Well, that was a pretty amazing. And that must have been a bit of a proud moment for sure.
Yeah, it was also a very big and a trophy where I can really be proud on. It's with glass made in in kind of silver metal, where it stands on FEM Motorsport Woman of the Year, and that thing, I think it weighs 10 kilos.
Wow, this is a proper trophy.
It's amazing.
Nice.
It's the first thing when you come into my parents' house. It's the first thing you can see.
Oh, I like that. I love that. They're proud of it as well. So on the fitness side, well, obviously you're super busy anyway, but over your career, what sort of fitness stuff did you do off the bike to be ready to prepare for motocross? Did that change quite a lot over the years?
In the beginning, I actually did do a shame, but I need to say it. I did do actually not much in the beginning. It was just, I guess, natural talent.
Yeah.
I did not do anything when I did ride the first time World Championship or World Cup. I did do not much when I did ride enduro. Yeah, now and then I went to the gym, but I didn't do pretty much. Then later on, when I practiced with Harry and when I came into the KTM team, yeah, first I had it standing in the contract. There's really standing in the contract that you need to be fit and you cannot lose it. And then he brought me in touch with his trainer, his doctor, and all that stuff. And then I started to practice seriously, like going 5 times to the gym, go running, go cycling, and that's all following a schedule. And when I did do that, my riding also improved, and yeah, I became better and better. And 2010 was actually my best season. I can say I was nearly unbeatable that season. So that was all thanks to Harry and the fitness program of all his people involved. And yeah, I always underestimated that, but it really helps. And now I try to do, I keep that up a little bit, as of course, not so much anymore. But what I also can say, I feel myself better when I go for a cycling cycling. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For 3 hours. Sorry,
That's
I feel
all right.
better after it.
So yeah, I see quite a lot of the riders do a lot of the cycling now. Is that good for like the breathing type of that side of it?
No, cycling
Endurance.
is actually good for the base, that you can just go for a long time on a low heart rate. That's first good for burning calories, and it's just good for base because I actually never go practicing on a high heart rate. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that because it's yeah, when you have a schedule, the most of the doctors say it's not so good when you train or go practice 2 hours on a high heart rate. It doesn't bring you anything. So my practice is always on a base. I never go 200 heart rate, never.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Interesting. Did you try any other motorcycle sports at all? Did you ever try Speedway?
No, but I did try Supermoto.
Okay.
That I did try.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, and they immediately offered me for a test ride because I went for a test ride when they had testing, or I don't know the brand anymore. I just went there and tried it, and they were like, "Wow, okay. Do you want to go for the official test ride?" I said, "No, I cannot switch from KTM to Supermoto. That's impossible."
Got too much going on. I also see, obviously, you mentioned it earlier a little bit that you obviously done the IMBA European stuff as well. What was that like then? Was that a good experience as well?
Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, that's actually amateur level, but how can I explain that? It calls amateur level, yeah, but it is in different countries, so you can compare it actually with a good championship because there are 4 or 5 different countries they compete, and but it's for me it's mentally not that heavy because the atmosphere is more familiar. It's not like I don't speak with you, I don't want to know you, I don't want to have to do anything with you. It's you feel that it's amateur base, but it's nicer because it's for me, like I said, mentally easier than World Championship. World Championship is always was for me always like you need to be successful, you need to be successful, and in the IMBA. I have the feeling that I can do a race or two that I don't need to be on top. So it's nice because it's people are different there. There are it's not that easy to explain, but it's a nice atmosphere to ride.
Is it like a bit more relaxed in that way? Do you mean?
Yeah, it's way more relaxed.
Especially what you've obviously been involved with before. Which was there any riders during your career? How do I put this? That you didn't get on with so well on track? Always seemed to be coming together with them. Was there any riders like that you used to have run-ins with quite a bit, or?
Phew. Yeah, not everybody. You don't like everybody, of course.
No.
That I can say I hate a rider, I cannot say that. But of course, in the World Championship, there is no for me no dislike, but also no like. It's just we are competing each other, and you also cannot be best friends because I always say when you are best friends, you cannot fight till the limit with each other. But there are a lot of riders, especially also men rider. They had just a problem with me when I'm competing there. I don't know why, because maybe because I'm a girl, but I have not really much problems with other riders. So I cannot actually say I don't need to meet that rider on the track or whatever. Just be respectful, ride normal, and when the other one is faster, doesn't matter man or woman, just respect it and deal with it. So don't make stupid moves like someone does.
So you rode? Didn't you ride with the Belgium nationals with the men as well? Is that right?
Yeah, 2015 I did ride the Nationals MX2 in Belgium, and I had the luck. Yeah, I was good enough that I could win that in the end. So that was a pretty honor for me that I could do that I could achieve that. So not one girl did reach that now, and I don't think that the other girl will do that in the future because the Nationals, they are pretty tough.
That was amazing. What would you say the differences are riding with them men and the women? Are they slightly more different in the way they race? Are they more aggressive, non-aggressive? How's that? What did you notice more?
Yeah, the men's are for sure more aggressive, especially when they are behind me and they read my name. Then sometimes it's like bang in the heads, and I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, it did change a little bit over the years because, especially here in Belgium, they already accepted that. So they ride just normal. We ride hard, but we ride fair. And in the women's class, not the World Championship class, a little bit lower, the national class, I did recognize that they changed in the last years. What I don't like that change meant that they complain about everything lately. So when you are faster, when you come a little bit too close, when you ride a corner like a little bit too close on the four wheel, or I don't know, they complain pretty much and pretty early lately, and I don't know why. So I always say I rather prefer to ride with men's because they are not so chickens. They just do it on the track and they shut up outside. And the girls, they are just a little bit different. They don't do it on the tracks and they are like chickens outside, and that I don't like. I never liked it, so I always say I prefer to ride with men's because ride fair, ride hard, but then fight on the track and not outside with words.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. This won't be an easy one, but who would you consider as the 3 best riders that you've ever competed against in your career, and why?
Female or men's?
Both.
I would say Livia Lancelot, of course,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we rode, like I just said, we rode hard.
Mm.
But I can say we 99% always rode fair, and we did.
Yep.
I guess we didn't like each other so much, but we respect each other.
Yeah.
Then in America, that's a tough one. Yeah, I had always respect for Steffi Bau, of course. Sorry to say that she was never a close rival to me, but she always, in my opinion, she always gave respect to everyone. Doesn't matter if she was behind or in front, and that I liked because she was just or is just a great sport woman, and that I like when you have that attitude. And for the rest, the third one. Yeah, there are also some other guys, but cannot say the names now because it doesn't come up. But there are some other guys, they also racing pretty close with me, hard, but respectful. So I know from them we will have a tight racing, but I know that they will never ride into me or ride me off the bike when it's really comes to the point. And there are some men that I respect. You can race hard, but don't ride each other off the bike because you are a man or a woman.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you could re-race any meeting that you have in your career, Steffi, where would it be and why?
I would redo the year 2010 because it was just an amazing year, amazing feeling, amazing team. Like I said, I had an amazing bike. I had everything. I could go to Spain with the team. I was everywhere involved with the team. And that was actually 2010. I can say it was the best year of me, and that I would redo because it was mentally I was very strong. Bike was strong. It was just it did fit together 100%. Everything.
Beautiful. If you could give advice to any young ladies out there that are racing in youth motocross now and wanted to do it as a career, what would your advice be to those?
First of all, it will be, of course, not easy. For sure, not in the time what we have now. But one good advice: when you have a dream, don't give up. Always try your best. Try to hang on, and don't let anybody else or anyone else ruin it because of stupid comments or whatever. Just do your thing and believe in your dreams, because it can turn out or not. You will always have you can always do a step back or a step forward, but it can turn out or not. But don't give up your dream and don't lose yourself. Just believe in yourself.
Right, nice bit of advice there for you, any of you girls out there. What did you think of the old Suzukis then? I see you rode the Suzuki as well. What was that like?
Yeah, it was not a bad bike, but
Yeah.
let's say it like that without to hurt someone. It was just not the bike for me. Say it like that.
Yeah.
You like it or you don't. They did do everything what they could. They even gave me the engine what Goldenhof had that time. So I had a pretty amazing bike. But yeah, what I know now, I just feel best on the KTM. I'm also thankful on that opportunity that I could ride in that team and with that bike. But yeah, you have to try one time everything. But it was not just not a bike for me, honestly.
Was that the same on the Kawasaki as well then?
Yeah, that was the same on the Kawasaki. But the Kawasaki was, like I already told, it was managed toward that manager who just said KTM didn't want me anymore, and he organized in Kawasaki a way lower team. Yeah, they did also do the best what they could for me. They gave me everything, but it was just not. Yeah, it was not KTM, and it was no KTM. But it would have never happened when that guy would have not cheated and would have not wrote that emails what they did never wrote. So it was just stupid. I don't know till now why he did it. Maybe midlife crisis. I have no idea. But yeah, I was stupid to listen on him, but yeah, for what do you have a manager? Normally you need to trust him. And yeah, it was just a stupid thing from me, and it's over, done. We are looking forward.
Perfect. Just had Callum asking me about, ask Steffi if she's coming to Belgium for the IMBA because the sidecars are going there as well.
In 2 weeks, I guess. Normally, yes.
Do you get to watch the sidecars? Have you ever had a go on a sidecar?
Yeah, one time.
Have
I did
you?
ride a sidecar. That's pretty
Was it
hard.
rider or the passenger?
No, I was a rider. That was pretty
Oh
hard.
yeah.
I think I was dead after 3 laps. That's unreal.
Dear. Those passengers, I've took some photos of them before, and the positions they get into is madness, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have incredibly respect for that, guys, because that sidecars with the solo, you have your bumps in front of you and you go straight over. You know what you do. But when you are sitting on a sidecar, that thing that shakes right, left, behind you, in front of you, that's unreal. You just go shaking into the corner, then you need to lie on the left side, or you need to lie on the right side, and then you go shaking out of the corner. Unreal. So massive respect from you guys.
Definitely. I've got to ask you this about a track. Have you ever heard of Fox Hill Motor Track in the UK? Not sure if you've heard of it.
Yes, I heard of it, but I never been there.
I was just about to ask that. Yeah. Have you seen it on the TV, sort of type of thing?
I saw, but I don't know if I have the right track in my head at the moment. I think I saw. Were there not GPs? Very early years?
Very steep hills. Very steep hills. Looks like a
Yeah.
French track, like very steep hills, quite
I think I
chalky.
saw one time when there were a lot of mud.
Yes, Motocross the Nations '98, I think it was the wet one.
Oh my
It's
god, that's a
crazy.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's crazy. Yeah, very long time ago. Yeah, I think Everts was the only one still getting round all it.
Yeah, then I saw that.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, we got a big vets meeting there this weekend. It's my hometown. I think, wow, you know some of the riders. Mike Brown's going to be racing. Villapoto, Zach Osborne, a few of the guys are coming over. Ricky Johnson's hanging out as well. It's going to be a very good weekend.
Yeah, Mike Brown. When I was 2019 in America, I asked Mike Brown for the bolts of the sprocket because mine broke. I don't know why. He said, use that one. Those are better. I said, thanks.
Beautiful. I'm speaking to him tomorrow night, so it should be interesting.
Yeah, maybe I will go to America next year because normally he's watching now. Hi, Michael. I want to ride the World Vets, and I guess Mike will also be there. And maybe I'm gonna ride another class with the guys, but that will be still a surprise. We are organizing that, so maybe I ride against Mike Brown next year. Oh my god!
Yeah, that'd be very cool, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing. He's been awesome. Every year he's come over to the UK to ride in the vets meetings, and he still hauls ass real big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've made some special bikes for him again this year, so it's going to be very cool for him to see him ride.
Yeah.
I've got these guys come on earlier actually in Motocross Magazine here to say they've shared it to their social media live as well. But Steffi, what do you think about Lotto van Drunen?
Yeah, very talented girl. I hope she's pretty young, and I hope she can keep it up like it is now. Has a bright future before her. Yeah, it will be tough for her. I hope her dreams will come out, but I already see her, I guess, fighting for the title next year because she's very, very strong, and I hope she stays healthy, injury-free. Then I think that will be the main girl to get beaten if someone can beat her because girl rides pretty good.
Is there some talented young ladies out there now that are coming through that we should be looking out for?
Yeah, for sure, Lotte, because that girl is already now faster than I guess almost everyone from us, and I don't know actually anyone different from young riders who's coming up. Yeah, there are a lot of girls actually riding at the moment, but nobody actually wants to go to World Championship besides Lotte. So I don't know if there are a lot of new girls are going for the World Championship. I have no idea. I doubt a little bit, because when you see the evolution, MX1 and MX2, and the girls, they are not earning that much money, or nearly no money, or actually no money. So I cannot believe that there are 40, 50 girls next year showing up. I already doubt, sorry to say that, for Turkey, that there are more than 15 girls. Very sad, but they should maybe rethink to make a final in Turkey, also for the guys. Because doesn't matter if in the MX2, Tom Vial and Jago is pretty close. Doesn't matter who wins. Would be not nicer when it would be Europe, that the supporters and the fans could be there.
I've got a few more questions for you before we go, but I was just going to ask you this as well. What do you think of, because obviously I always keep up with the MX1 and MX2 World Championship. I did do some photography at the British Grand Prix, but what do you think about some of the small lineups that we've seen lately on the line?
Yeah, I think it's a bad evolution. They in front should really think about it, what they are doing. Like I wrote last week that the start from an MX1, MX2 still costs 1,500 euros. So you need to pay 1,500 euros, and you're not even there. Suppose you need to go to the south of Spain, you need to count the diesel or the fuel, what you need to pay. Then you need to count your time. You need to count what you need to pay on the tax on the road. Then 1,500 euro, and you didn't even say hello, like I said. So not everybody can afford that, for sure now not. So I don't understand why they're still going that way. Just why do you not do it on 500 euros or 400 euros? Is that not enough? And keep a little bit more supporting the guys. And what I also wrote is actually true. Motocross is the only professional sports, the FIM, where you get no prize money at all. In every other sport, you get a little bit prize money or a lot of prize money. Motocross is the only thing you get nothing. So suppose your mom and dad, or you have a little bit support, can help you paying that, and you are a little bit talented, you ride into the top 10, and I think it's not bad at all, for sure not. But you get nothing back. So you paid maybe 5,000 euro to ride, and you get nothing back, but you ride top 10, so you are pretty good, but you have no support of nothing. So I think that evolution is not the best what they do. But do they listen? Do they not listen? I don't know what is their plan. But yeah, I find it sad that they are like in Sojo de Angeli. It's not that far. It's like where I live, maybe 700 kilometers. It was always one of the nearest for me. And there were how many? 19 riders MX2.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
MX1 or something like that.
Yeah, and that's, like you said, easy to get to. Big GP, massive crowd. And they still can't get the riders.
And I'm afraid for Turkey, who will show up in Turkey with the girls, with MX1. MX1 is already done. MX2 is also almost done. There are 2 fighting still, but how many will be there? And with the girls the same. So it's weird, but they are losing also the supporters and the fans. I am reading more and more. Oh, I don't watch MXGP anymore. I watch US Nationals. There are 60, 80 riders lined up.
Yeah, qualifying and all that. Yeah, it needs to. I heard Jack Bernacle on the commentator on the one that does it in the UK. He said that they're having some sort of big rethink in the winter. So hopefully they do some sort of massive change around somehow to bring it all back to not, to get more riders out there.
It's necessary, otherwise it's dying.
Yeah, it definitely is dying. What I was going to ask you, if you had the power to change anything in the sport, what would it be? Bit of a question.
Actually, for making it possible for everyone, like I just said, when you have the talent, that you have the opportunity to go further, that you have the opportunity to grow and not need to stop because I don't have the money to go to European or World Championship, but I have the talent, but not the money. So that I would definitely change. We just talked about it. That is not that expensive. And the situation now is just not good. But changing just actually the situation of the World Championship, because when you are looking back 20 years ago, when they still ride two-stroke, when the big names like Everts, Beira, Fred Vial, De Maria were riding, it was an amazing, good, damn good championship, and it was nice to see. And now, I'm honest, sometimes I just switch up because it's not exciting anymore.
I do as well,
And
to be honest.
yeah, and for
Or I
sure, I
forward
would
it on.
change back the tracks again, because it's too spectacular, too spectacular. It's nice for people who don't know it, but I know it from the old school, like Roggendorf, Geildorf, or whatever.
Love them, yeah, love them ones, yeah. That bit
Just
natural.
bring those tracks back again, and yeah, don't flatten it so much, and leave the ruts there, and don't do 40-50 meters jump with the triple or whatever. Just do it simple, but do it more technical.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Some more natural up and downs and things like that would be nice. Stuff like that. Bring a bit of old school. But like you said, even back then, like when they did, like there was two lots of lineups, wasn't there? There was qualifying, they had prize money. A lot of the privateers would use that money to then travel to the next one and stuff like that. So it's a much bigger thing.
It was much better some years ago when they all did stop it. It was much better. Then I still can remember when I was in Sweden 2005. There were really 60 MX2 riders who did fight for that last position, and it was nice to see. Even the place 39, 40, they are like they are fighting like place 1 or place 2, and that's nice to see. Now it's okay. I don't need to do any effort. I anyway can ride. Last in Zorro de Angeli, I could even ride and I would have 2 points. But what sense
Yeah,
makes it?
if you finish, yeah, if the guys can finish, then you get points. It's a strange one, isn't it? Not good. Not good at all. One of the last ones I asked you as well is what's your thoughts on obviously a lot of electric bikes are coming in now. You might have seen Tortelli on the what's it called? Is it Varga? I can't remember what it's called now.
Talk.
Yeah, that's it. You must have seen these. Have you got to go on any of the electric bikes yourself personally, or have you got to try any of them out?
Yeah, I tried the KTM Freeride I don't know how it calls. The KTM Freeride, something like that.
Yeah.
It's nice, but when you grew up like that, it's for me now the complete flair and the feelings are gone, because I always imagine then 40 electro bikes on the start gate and you hear almost nothing. So maybe that's the evolution. Maybe we need to go there. I hope it's not too soon. They're going the torque from the bottom to the top is pretty good. It's pretty strong, but I'm not the kind of person. I'm not an electric person. I don't like electric cars, so I will not like electric bikes. Maybe it will in the future, but I cannot imagine it, because like I said, I grew up with the guys from MX1 in the early 90s. I saw that, and then imagine in 5 years we need to do MXGP with electro bikes. I don't know.
I hope I'm not around when that happens, to be honest. That little whistling sound that they make when they go by, it's like, oh, it's going to be a bit weird.
Yeah, that's very weird.
Yeah. So the last thing I'll ask you before we go, I really appreciate your time, Steffi. Really enjoyed it. What's the future hold for you then? What's your plans over the next few years? What are you going to be doing?
Yeah, that will be most of the time having fun on the bike, because for sure I will not coming back to the World Championship, because my time is over. I did do it. I reached everything, so done. Been there, done that. And just having still fun. I try still to ride good, and just enjoy life, and being a good ambassador for my sponsors, and just also give the other persons which I teach a good feeling, and a little bit of my knowledgement, and just spread the word that people stay riding the bike, and let's hope that electro bikes will not come too soon.
Yes. Any sponsors you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, of course, all my sponsors, for sure. KTM, which sponsor me already several years. Motorex as well, my longtime sponsors, which they are Twin Air, Motormaster. I have so many. My new sponsors, Dapper and Shot Gear, RI, Eaton, yeah, all my sponsors. Yeah, I'm pretty reliable on my sponsors. I don't change a lot, and I'm very happy that they still stick with me, and I hope they will also do in the future. I think I'm not such a bad ambassador, and I'm always doing a good word. And of course, I'm always pretty honest when there's something wrong with the product. I also say that they know that, and yeah. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to everything what they done for me, and what they still will do for me. And it was a great time. It still will be good. And yeah, just
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for
good.
everything.
It's good that you've got great relationships with sponsors as well, and like you give both ways. Have you also on any social medias that we can, if we wanted to follow you, Steffi, check you out on social medias? What are you on?
Yeah, I unfortunately don't have TikTok and Snapchat or whatever. I'm maybe too old for that. But you can follow me on Instagram, Steffi _Laier 110. And the same with Facebook, Steffi Laier 110. And that's about it. Always welcome when you want to follow me. I try to post as much as I can. Sorry when I'm not so like the kids, when I don't live with the phone on my ear, but I try to do as my best I can.
Beautiful. Well, you've had an amazing career to date, Steffi. Unbelievable career. You've won everything there is to win. Amazing, and really appreciate you doing this. Great to meet you.
Yeah, thanks. It was a nice interview, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, Steffi. Take it easy. I'll keep in touch, and we'll get this out there for people to check it out.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Steffi. Take it easy. Great to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Legendary, Steffi. There you go. Great to get another of the ladies on. We had Steffi Bauer as well, a proper motocross legend herself, and thanks to her as well for getting hold of this Steffi. A couple of Steffi legends there. I'm also going to be doing a few more of these as well, so it'd be cool to get a few more of the ladies on. And Steffi Bauer's put me in contact with quite a few, so we're looking to do some cool ones with that as well. So look forward to that. So thank you to her. Thank you to you guys coming on as well. I know you said you shared it to your socials as well, but thank you very much. So yeah, all my interviews that I do live, they get saved on here to my YouTube channel, Motocross and Speedway Memories. You check that out on YouTube. This will be recorded to there, so you can share this to any social media with the link off of there. I will be sharing it in the next couple of days. So any of you guys want to share it and forward it on and share that, that'd be great. I'll get Steffi to do that on her social medias as well. So yeah, thanks for everyone that come on this evening. And we'll get this out there for people to watch in their own time. Like I said, it's free to subscribe on my Motocross and Speedway Memories on the YouTube. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'd be great. You can also see all the hundreds of live interviews I've done with many legends like Steffi from Motocross and Speedway in the last couple of years, especially since the first COVID lockdown that we had in 2020. It's been a hell of a lot of interviews. Very cool to do. So yeah, I'll be definitely keeping these up. Like I said, I'll have some more legendary ladies to come on in the future as well. So thank you very much, guys. Get me old man on there. Always leave it with the saying, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. That's what my dad left me with that quote. So I do like to quote that at the end of interviews. And yeah, keep an eye. I will be back on tomorrow night with legendary American Mike Brown. So that'll be tomorrow night, 7 p.m. UK time. Mr. Brown will be in the UK this weekend at the Fox Hill. BMX DN will be this weekend at Fox Hill in my hometown in Swindon. Beautiful. So a lot of cool riders they're going to have there. A lot of the Brits. I know Rob Herron's doing the legendary lap. Kurt Nichols over from America to Rice as well. You'll have Brad Anderson. There's a lot of the guys that are racing over this weekend. It's going to be very cool to see on the old two-stroke bikes. Also, you've got a lot of legendary Americans coming over. Ricky Johnson, bad boy Ricky Johnson's coming over. did an interview with him. Be cool to meet him in person. Hopefully get a cheeky picture, selfie or whatever. And then there's a few of the other Americans. Mike Brown, who's been coming over every year for the last quite a number of years. Be great to see him racing. We've got Ryan Villapoto as well, multi champion in the AMA, as we know. It'd be awesome to see him race. Also, the same with Zach Osborne as well. Did a live interview with Zach Osborne on here. Another multi AMA outdoors and Supercross champion as well. So it'd be great to see these guys coming into Swindon this weekend in Wiltshire, in the UK. So if you haven't got your tickets for that this weekend, it's Thursday. I believe it opens at 12 p.m. midday on Thursday. You can get into the venue, and there'll be a lot of cool things going on. There's live music all weekend, all sorts going on. There's going to be a massive parade of amazing bikes as well over the weekend that you can come and see. Some very, very cool bikes that I know are going to be there. You can come and see them on Thursday and Friday, and then the racing, I believe, is Saturday and Sunday. So there's going to be, like I said, Legends laps as well. They're going to be going out there for a parade and things like that, and there's lots of cool things going on. So yeah, come and check it out. I should be up there, all being well. Looking forward to it. And like I said, I'm going to catch up with Mike Brown tomorrow night, 7 p.m. UK time. He's going to be here racing in Foxhill at the weekend, and he still flies, wins all these vets. I think he was riding at Loretta Len the other week as well. So he's bang on it, so looking forward to that as well. Thanks for coming on, and I will speak to you all soon. Cheers. Thank you very much. Ciao.